Hi, my name is Vanessa. I chose to write about critical thinking and time management, or planning, and writing skills. Those are the three areas that I feel I could use the most improvement in. Everyone can use improvement. There's always room for improvement. No one's perfect. But the critical thinking, I know, is my biggest struggle. I recently took a cognitive assessment. I took it about 5 years ago, and then I also took it about 6 months ago to kind of see where I was at then and where I'm at now. I also went through cognitive training to enhance the areas that showed up weak on the assessment. Not to my surprise, logic and reasoning showed up as my weakest area. It's your critical thinking, it's how you do problem solving, and it wasn't a surprise to me because I've always struggled most in math. Math is all about logic and reasoning, critical thinking, problem solving, especially word problems. And right now, in my business program, there's a lot of word problems that you have to go through, and that may not necessarily have anything to do with math. However, you are problem solving, and a lot in management. You deal with schedules, you deal with employee quarrels, as childish as that may seem. And so I know that that's the area that I need the most improvement in, and I feel that I could use probably more cognitive training, but also I don't know why I wasn't aware that there were 5 steps to critical thinking. They seem like that would probably come in handy and be very useful, very helpful, and maybe help me improve in those areas. And the second area that I chose to write about was my time management. I'm a huge procrastinator. Here I am doing this video oral presentation about 6 hours before it's due, and I've known about it for a while. So when I'm going to start implementing these things, I'd like to say now. We'll see how that goes. Using a calendar is great. I really had fun using the Google Calendar. I liked making it colorful and made every task its own color, and I'm a very visual person, so that was really fun to use. I think I'm probably going to have to start using that more often, planning out my study time, my homework time, the time spending with friends even. Sometimes that gets away from me and I do that too much rather than paying attention to my studies. And then the third area is my writing skills. I don't feel I'm a great writer. I know that I need a lot of help doing APA. I really struggle with APA, especially citing. But we have been given an APA handout workbook, and so that has helped me so much. I had never done APA before I started going to FPU. Whenever I was in junior high, high school, whenever I went to Willow, whenever I went to SJVC for my dental assisting degree, we always used MLA. And so now, using APA at FPU, that was my very first time using APA. And you would think that I would probably had to have used it at SJVC since I was in a dental assisting program and it's a scientific writing style. However, I didn't. And so I felt like I was kind of just thrown into the whole APA world. And using the workbook that we were given was really helpful. And the online tutorials were actually really helpful as well in the atomic learning. So if really the only way that I'm going to be able to get better at doing APA is continuing to study those books and those tutorials, and maybe even look some things up online and practice. I'm just going to have to implement it and make sure that I'm doing it correctly, take more time on my papers to make sure that I'm doing it correctly before I actually turn it in. So those are the 3 areas that I feel I need the most help in: critical thinking, time management planning, and writing skills. Thank you.